In today's video, I'm going to be getting the platinum for Need for Speed Rivals. Let's jump right into it. Enjoy. First national, bank your first score.
You finished your racer training. Now
So after the first trophy, I wanted to get all the multiplayer trophies out of the way. And in Need for Speed Rivals, there's only 2 multiplayer trophies. There's one for destroying a friend's vehicle. End up getting this trophy here. I end up body bust, end up getting the trophy. And then we end up going and doing the second one. I just got like someone to help me. He helped me do mines, and then I did help him do his. And then the next one, you just need to beat a friend in a race. So I end up doing that. Also, I didn't have any like technical stuff in it where you can get pursuit techs. I didn't have anything, so I can see that he hit me with a shockwave there, and it's just quite a normal race. So yeah, the 2 multiplayer trophies, and the trophies are very easy, but here they are. So next we got 2 more trophies. We've reached cop rank 5. Very easy to do. And our next trophy here was bust 10 racers and a Mustang. This trophy was a wee bit glitchy to me. Even because I was talking to a friend, and he was also having problems with this trophy. Like, we were using a Dodge and it wouldn't work. But until I unlocked the Ford Shelby, I ended up using that and I ended up getting the trophy. So I think the trophy didn't specify what car you need to use, I think. So if you're going for these trophies, just use the Ford Shelby and you should get a trophy. So next we end up getting another 2 trophies. That was reach cop rank 10, and also we end up getting a lucky one as an undercover cop. Bust a heat 5 or greater. So we end up getting lucky with this one. So we end up starting getting a lot of trophies very quick. We end up getting this trophy for busting 50 racers. And then our next trophy we end up getting was actually a very lucky one. There was an online player who was a heat level 9, and we busted him and we got another trophy. And then we end up get cop rank 20 for another trophy. So in Need for Speed Rivals, it's kind of hard. I didn't really much explain about it, but you get to play as a cop and a racer, and to achieve the platinum, you need to complete trophies as a cop and a racer. The main one, what I was mainly working on as a cop first, I did a cop first, and the main thing I was trying to work on as a cop is to get 60. Rank 60 will give you a trophy, and you need to get rank 60 twice for a cop and a race. So I was working at them, and in between I was just getting other trophies in between. I tried to finish most of the cop stuff first so I could just focus being a racer for the rest of my play. So next I ended up going for another trophy, and that was Upgrade Master, for upgrading all pursuit techs and equipping them. I ended up equipping them for this to get the trophy. Next I ended up completing the main story for the cop career. And the main story was 10 chapters long, and you just did objectives to upgrade your rank, plus also to get into a new chapter. So it was very easy. I didn't pay attention to the story, so I don't really know what the story was about. I knew it was about a racer, he ended up crashing, but that's kind of only what I kind of knew, and it was about racers. The cops turn into like kind of carnival cops basically, into the rivals, and that's kind of how the game's called, Rivals, I guess. For the story, that's the most thing I know about it, but yeah, I don't really know much about the stories like other Need for Speed games. So yeah. So I was almost finished of being a cop. Ended up getting this other trophy for driving a Ford for 50 minutes. You just have to be in a Ford for 50 minutes. Then I ended up reaching cop rank 40. And now we were in the final finale of being a cop. And then the last one, cop rank 60. So now I was 100% finished with the cop career. So as a cop, you can actually do most of this stuff. So after I finished the cop career, I ended up finishing it in 16 hours and 8 minutes. And also I ended up getting 68 gold events, like on gold. So I did most of the gold trophy. You need to get 100 gold through both as a cop and one as a racer. Sorry, I ended up getting most of that gold stuff on as a cop also, but I forgot to mention. We ended up completing the cop career in 16 hours and 8 minutes. Now I ended up spending one night doing this. I did one night doing most of it to rank 50. So I started it out from the multiplayer trophies to rank 50. Ended up doing it all in one sitting, and then I went off for about a couple of, like 2-3 hours, and I came back on and finished the rest of the cop stuff. So I kind of did it in one sitting, but just took like 3 hours of a break. But yeah, I did it in one sitting, and I really enjoyed being a cop. Now I think I'm going to explain more about it at the end, but I did enjoy being a cop. So our next 2 trophies as a racer was rank 5 as a racer. We kind of just got a lot of trophies in a short amount of time. We ended up getting heat 10 as a racer, very easy to get. I didn't think it would be that easy, but I got it first try. And 10x multiplier one also, again I got straight after I got heat 10. And then we ended up getting racer rank 10. A lot of 10s at the end, but it was very easy to get these few trophies. Okay, then we got the exact other trophies like racer rank 20. So there's a lot of the trophies are just the same thing, so there's not much to go off of these. Then we end up getting gold master for getting 100 gold medals and all for as a cop and a racer. Then we end up getting 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Match 1 was just do a certain amount of jumps with the Ford. At this point as a racer, I was just kind of getting more boring for it. I wasn't fully bored out, like I was still more excited in playing as a racer, but I started to feel more hyped playing it and getting the trophies when I did. Because now we were in the final finale, I was just like trying to get to rank 60 and do the rest trophies what I needed. So it was very much of just doing the trophies, so it's very much a boring part of it, because the way it was at the start until just grinding to that rank 60, it doesn't take the longest time, but it does take a wee while to get to it. But yeah, so it was just like kind of like I just try to grind to rank 60, that was like my main focus. So next we ended up getting another 2 trophies. We ended up getting one for bigger points, was getting 500,000 speed points in one go, which wasn't that bad. And then we ended up getting professional collector, was own 10 racer vehicles. So at this point I only had 3 more trophies. I ended up getting another trophy for racer rank 40. Then for my last 2 trophies was to get rank 60 as a racer. And then our final trophy was the platinum trophy, and that was the platinum for Need for Speed Rivals 2013. So this was my last check up on how long it took me. So as a racer, it took me 8 hours and 36 minutes, and we completed mostly a bunch of stuff. And also as a cop, it took me 16 hours and 80 minutes in total. It took me 31 hours going to PlayStation. So yeah, it was a really good, and I really enjoyed playing this game. So yeah, I really enjoyed the platinum trophy for Need for Speed Rivals, and I recommend it to everyone. I really do recommend the game. I really enjoyed the game, and plus I enjoyed the game how it was different to other Need for Speed games. I enjoyed being a cop. The cop part of the game was really amazing. I actually enjoyed the cop more part than I enjoyed being a racer. Now I don't mind being a racer, but I was a racer in Need for Speed games, so it was very nice to get a different point and be a cop for once. And plus this platinum was coming to its end it's on the 7th of October. The platinum, the game servers will be shut down, so it's a shame to see it going through, but I'm glad I got to play it before that happened, and I love the game. I do kind of wish, but they kind of just made it a cop one instead of a racer one and cop. But I did enjoy the racer part of it, but I just enjoyed the cop one more. The cop one took longer to do, but I enjoyed the cop one way more to play. It just felt more fun than playing as a racer. But I recommend this Platinum. Even if you don't like Platinum, I recommend playing this game. Even the story online, there's not really a story, but just play the gameplay. It's very fun. And that was the Need for Speed Rivals Platinum. This was my 21 Platinum, as I'm still going for 25 Platinums in the year. And we'll be doing another Need for Speed game soon. Because this year I want to have all the Need for Speed Platinums. So far I've got Need for Speed 2015, and then I've got Need for Speed Heat, and I've got Need for Speed Rivals. I just need Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, Need for Speed Payback, and Need for Speed Unbound, and I'll have every single Need for Speed game. Before I do, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.